everybody, welcome back to our channel. So welcome back to another video. The kids and I are home, praise the Lord. I'm having my first cup of bulletproof coffee in almost 2 weeks, so I'm enjoying this. The kids and I are cooking keto today simply because we are getting back on a good start and a good note, and we thought we'd bring you along with us in the kitchen. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 recipes today. We're doing keto sausage balls. We're going to pre-prep some bacon. We're going to do some everything bagels with bacon. So bacon bagels. And then we're going to do some egg muffins. Since we have lost all of our groceries and we are now in the restock phase, it makes it a little bit easier to go keto, because now everything I'm buying or having to replace is keto friendly. Before, we were just working around some items we had in our fridge when we were initially starting keto, but since we've had to buy everything over from scratch, all of our items are keto friendly, or as low carb keto friendly as we could find in our grocery stores. Still a lot of things out in the grocery stores, but we're doing the very best that we can. So we thought you might enjoy coming along with us this morning as we work on a couple of recipes in our kitchen. So here is the sausage ball recipe that I'm using, and I can't seem to figure out where I got this from because I don't have the back of it, but I'll find it and link it in the description box. These are keto sausage balls. They yield about 23 balls. We've been able to get close to 29 out of ours, so hopefully. There is one thing that I changed in this recipe, so it will change the macros if you're counting your macros just a tiny bit. This calls for 1 pound of breakfast sausage, 1 large egg, a cup of almond flour, 8 ounces of cheddar cheese, a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, 1 tablespoon of butter or coconut oil, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 of salt. So for some reason, when I originally made this recipe, I read that as 8 ounces of cream cheese. So I have been using 8 ounces of cream cheese, and the balls come out very nice. They're a little bit decadent, so you're gonna have to add probably in some fat and protein. No carbs, I don't think, but anyway, this is what I'm gonna be making, and I'm gonna share this one with you. While I'm working on this, the kids will be working on bacon and egg cups. Let's do those, and then we'll come back to the bagels. So this is some of the Jimmy Dean sausage that I was able to get when I went with Amanda to her discount grocery store. And so I'm going to use this sausage in this pan and just brown it up and break it into the crumbles. I very, very wish I should have taken out some of that seasoning blend. That way I would have had onions and peppers and all of that to go along with the sausage, but I didn't take it out. So we're just gonna brown it. This bacon. Let that cook. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and this is a little tip that I just picked up for myself because I thought it was a good idea so I wouldn't have to keep washing dishes, is I'm taking a regular Ziploc bag and I'm going to use this as my mixing bag. So into my Ziploc bag, I'm going to put in 1 cup of almond flour. And we just keep a cup inside of this bucket. So 1 cup of almond flour. 1 egg. Did you spray the pan? That's going to be 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. And I didn't have cheddar cheese, so I did have cheese slices. So I'm just going to roll with it and use that. I'm doing a 1/4 cup of the Parmesan cheese. Which I got from Walmart. One tablespoon of butter. And this is softened. It just does so much better. And 2 teaspoons. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but I'm just going to take my pink Himalayan and just grate over some. Keto does require you to have salt, but I'm not a big salt person, so I just do it. And then there's salt in the sausage as well, so I'm okay with just grating over some. Then to that, I'm going to add in 8 ounces of cream cheese. This is the Aldi brand, but I'm using the whip. Normally I would use the block, but that is a little bit difficult to get all the cream cheese mixed in. So I'm going to use the whip, and hopefully that will be easier to mix together. Okay, you guys, so I was having a slight moment. I was looking at my cream cheese, and it was not looking the right consistency. So I was thinking, oh man, I'm about to take this back to Aldi because my cream cheese is not looking right. I forgot we put it in the freezer to try to keep items as cold as possible because we had a 6-hour drive. So it came out a little crumbly, but it was only because of the freezer. So the cream cheese is perfect. Normally I would let my bacon get cool, but I don't have time for that right now. So I am going to... I meant my sausage, not my bacon. I've done this with bacon. I've also done this with leftover chicken. If you have like rotisserie chicken that you peeled off the bone, it's not as flavorful with the chicken, but you can do this with any meat. And this will add just another dimension to your sausage balls, or whatever kind of balls you want to make. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the air out of my bag, close my bag, and then I'm just going to begin to knead all the ingredients together. And it's going to come together. You want to make sure you get all that bacon powder mixed in so you don't have a bacon powder taste in any of your specific sausage balls. Then it is all together. Now because my sausage was warm, it has melted down a little bit more than I would like it to. So I'm going to stick this in the fridge for about 30 minutes and then it should tighten back up, and then we're going to drop them onto a baking sheet. So into the fridge for about 30 minutes. Okay everybody, so here is the mixture. I put it back into the fridge for a little while just to let it set up. So let me say this. First of all, let your sausage cool. I didn't let my sausage cool because we were trying to do a couple other things. But once you put it back in the fridge, if your sausage is too hot, it does harden back up, or it solidifies itself. And it should look like a tacky, sticky dough, which is what this looks like. It's pretty tacky and pretty sticky. So I'm just going to knead this around a little bit more to make sure all of my ingredients are well incorporated. And then I'm going to start scooping this out on my cookie sheet.
just like to make sure that all the egg and the flour and everything is incorporated in all of the sausage, so that in every sausage ball you're going to get some of every ingredient. Here is my cookie scooper. I'm going to be using this. It's a mini scooper that I got from Walmart. So we'll probably be able to get quite a few more than 25 out of these. So I'm just going to spray it to make the release a little easier, and I'm going to start scooping them. I do have a Seal Pat mat that I got from Walmart. I did not have to order it off of Amazon because they just had them at Walmart, so I picked one up. It was like $10. So I'm just going to scoop out into little balls. They will, as they begin to bake, they will press themselves out, so they'll flatten out. They won't be round. So leave enough space in between. They won't spread a whole lot, but they will flatten out. So I'm going to get these scooped out, and then I'll show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven. Okay, so I've scooped out 20 of these. This is 20 in the mini ice cream scoop, and I still have this much left. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop these out on parchment paper so that they're ready to go in the oven when these come out. These are going in the oven at 350 for 16 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown under the bottom and on top. Okay, so this is what they look like when they're done. I just pulled these out of the oven, so they need time to set, but they are nice and they've spread out. They've gotten a good edge on them, and then underneath you can see that they're brown. So I don't like them to get overly browned on the top. I do like for them to have some color, and you could probably put these back in for a minute or two if you needed to, but I let them set up, and once they set up you can actually, you know, move them. But they just came out of the oven. The other thing that I thought about is if you make up the mix and you scoop them out into balls, if you flash freeze them in your freezer, then you're able to just cook what you need at a time. So that was a good idea. So I'm actually thinking about whipping up a little more of this and then just flash freezing them. We'll see how it goes. So we finished up the last of the bacon that we had, and then Alana is working on bagels. I'll show you that. So Alana is working on mini bagels. The recipe we used, we divided it into, how many are you getting out of there? 18? 16 mini bagels. So they won't be as fat, but they'll be mini. So what we try to do is we try to double the recipe so we can count less the carbs per serving, is what we try to do. So she's getting ready to egg wash that and then sprinkle it with everything but the bagel. And here I'm getting ready to make keto jam. So I'm going to make about, I'm going to make this 6 times the recipe since I have all of this fruit and we like jam. So I'm going to make the low carb sugar-free strawberry jam using the recipe from Low Carb Maven, and I'll try to link that as well. So we just wanted to thank you so much for stopping by our channel. Here's some of the cooked items that we already have and the kids have eaten already. So we wanted to thank you so much for stopping by our channel for this cooking with Kema and cooking keto today. So we'll see you next time we're in the kitchen. Bye now.